right, so what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy, and today we're going to be taking a look at the White Widow, Yelena Belova, one of the characters that I would say let me down the most from the Thunderbolts update, or at least part one of the Thunderbolts update. And that's just because I had higher expectations for her. Like, I had the feeling that Red Guardian wasn't gonna blow us out the water. I had the feeling that US Agent was gonna be a support at best, maybe a leadership. However, I was really hoping that she would shake up the meta a little bit in Otherworld Battle, maybe in the new PvP game mode, something like that. However, from everything that I've seen and heard, it just seems as though she's an AC character and not even a top tier one at best. And for PvE, she's realistically not that great, simply because of the fact that none of her skills can be instantly cancelled and chained together. You have to like delay cancel all of them. And that puts her in a position where she has to use a CTP average. Like, this is her rotation: 3, 4, 5. You literally have to go through these skills. If you decide to go 3 cancel, 4 cancel, 5, this is what you get: barely anything, right? But when you do 3, 4, and then 5, because there's so much wind up, you can see there's a lot more hits, right? But because there's so much wind up, you end up having the CTP of Rage proc running out while she's still doing her dance, and you just kind of lose a whole bunch of damage off the proc. So it's just really, honestly, really poor design by the devs. And just doing a brief look over a brief little comparison between all of the buffs that she has comparatively to what Black Widow has, and you can see like Black Widow is just better than her, true and true. Like, I think there's only one thing in her kit that she has that's exclusive to her over Black Widow, and it's just the chain hit damage. Black Widow has ignore, dodge. Black Widow has damage reduction, and more of it, by the way, right? As you can see, she has 20% ignore dodge, 30% damage reduction, and then right here for her tier 2 passive, she has 30% guaranteed dodge, and then she has 30% dodge. And if you take a look at Black Widow, right here on Black Widow's tier 2 passive, she not only has guaranteed dodge, but she has guaranteed critical rate. And the thing about Black Widow in this uniform is that she's proc friendly. You can legitimately use her with a CTP of energy, a CTP of destruction, or if you want to, a CTP of rage, because of the fact that she has a guaranteed critical rate. And if you're new to the game, guaranteed critical rate synergizes perfectly with the CTP of rage. It makes it so that your procs are very consistent. So the fact that the character that is designed to be used with a rage, if you want to use her for PvE in Yelena, doesn't have this, just kind of confuses me, right? And then if you take a look at Black Widow here, physical attack, dodge is a little bit less, but she has 30% ignore dodge, and then she just has a better uniform bonus overall. As you can see right here, she removes debuffs from herself, 40% damage reduction, and the penetration is a little bit less. But overall, especially since Black Widow has a team up collection with the symbiotes, like the crazy part is she's a free to play character, right? And then Yelena is a paid character, and she's just worse in every way. Like, I think, okay, maybe not every way. She has iframe ignore on her second skill, and she can put this up every 4 seconds. Whereas with this Black Widow, she has iframe ignore on her fourth skill, and she can only put this up every 8 seconds. So Yelena can put hers up twice as fast, but Black Widow, as you can see right here, has 100% damage proc on hers, so she's just gonna hit harder. Like, so I don't know, man. There's just realistically no reason to buy or build this character outside of the fact that maybe you love her or you just want an additional AC character. It's sad, right? Because whether it's PvE or PvP, Black Widow is just going to be better overall. But I'll still want to try her out a little bit and show you guys what she can do on my account with 4 perfect swords and a whole heap of attack. For any of you guys, I'll show you guys that actually like her and are curious to see what she can do, I would definitely not recommend that you buy this uniform or build her up over any other speed character, to be honest. Anyways, let me show you guys what's popping with her here. All right, let's go. Now watch the rage, bro. Look at the damage, bro. Oh my god, the damage is so mediocre. And that was with a 6 in the mix. The crazy part is because you have to use her with a rage, she's actually worse than Red Guardian. And that's crazy because Red Guardian used to be, wow. I guess that's one good thing about her, because she's in iframe so much and she also turns invisible. She can hide from the boss, but it doesn't matter because you're just running the clock and you're not doing any like significant amount of damage. Right? If you're fighting like weak bosses like Null and Mephisto, then yeah, you shouldn't have too much of an issue, but like kind of yikes. Wow. That's it. This is a bad character, bro. Characters like these should not be dropped in 2025. Yikes, bro. This is not fun. It's not fun to watch the bar not move. You know, it's not fun to put one of the most powerful CTPs in the game on a brand new uniform and feel as though you're getting nothing out of the character, you know? It's a giant nothing burger. Let me show you guys how she does against Jean. Maybe you guys can give me some tips in the comments. Maybe I'm using her wrong or something. Keep in mind with Red Guardian, we were on like 34. Difference is, at least with her, you have a little bit of PvP potential because she has iframe ignore. Whereas with Red Guardian, I can kind of see now why they didn't give Red Guardian iframe ignore. Because then he would just completely... again, completely overshadow her, and he's also a free-to-play character. It's kind of the reason why when people say this game is pay to win in some aspects, I kind of have to wonder if they're playing the same game as me, because some of the worst characters in the game are characters that you pay money for. And I'm not saying the characters that you pay money for should all be more powerful than characters that are free, but I think, you know, ooh, I'm surprised she didn't get like stunned there. But anyways, but I think if you pay money for a character, they should at least be decent, bro. Like, and I don't think this is decent. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want people to come to the game, spend 15 bucks, pick up the pack, build up the character, and feel as though they just got shafted. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. Oh, look at this! Look at this! Look how many hits, and I still can't activate the proc because I don't have guaranteed critical rate. Bro, this is trash, man. Yo, so freaking trash, bro. It's why, like, characters like these are why you saw that big dry spell where I wasn't uploading videos, because I just got tired of playing with bad characters and just complaining, right? But I've been having a lot of fun this anniversary, so that's why you're seeing like almost, I don't want to say daily uploads, but almost daily uploads, right? So I'm kind of hoping that part 2, okay, wow, all right, gotta pull out of my skills. But I'm kind of hoping that part 2 is good. Like, hopefully Taskmaster is good. Hopefully Ghost is viable for something, because she's been on the shelf doing absolutely nothing for ages. So it would be cool if she comes back and, okay, hold on, boom, 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 boom. Okay, hold on. Oh, I can't do anything else. Okay. And it's actually viable. Part of me wants her to be like good enough to stay around, but I feel as though the only way that's gonna happen is if she becomes a support. And oh, okay, no, oh yeah, that's the thing about her too. Like the tracking on her skills absolutely suck. Like she's just a poorly designed character, true and true. Like the only thing she has going for her is iframe ignore with penetration on her second skill. That's it. Like, like in terms of like something that was well thought out. Like, you know, like she has healing on the fifth skill, but that's like if a character doesn't have healing, what are you doing in 2025? You know what I'm saying? Like, uh, maybe I'm just trash at using it. Let me know. Give me some tips in the comments. Um, I was gonna wait for him to do his face transition, but he was just roaming around, so I guess I might as well. Well, I might just die. Mm. 2 minutes, I guess, is not terrible for state 60 ultra. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I know like Rogue at tier 4 can do this in like 15 seconds, so I'm not even gonna think of trying to say like this is good, but definitely not a character that I would tier 4. That's for sure. Yeah. Oh, got him. Yeah. I would say she's worse than Red Guardian. I have more fun using Red Guardian than I did with Yelena, even when I had Red Guardian with a Rage. And I feel as though if I transitioned Yelena over to a CTP of energy or something, I would just be doing less damage. I don't know. I don't know. Because I'll be doing less hits, and I don't know if those hits would be enough to trigger the proc. I think what I'm going to do is I'm gonna take this off of her and possibly put her with a CTP of greed and just have her be an AC character that can possibly work on team 2 with somebody like Echo. Maybe I'll put the two Black Widows together with Echo and just call that a blast counter team. But who are they gonna really be countering? Definitely not Adam Warlock, so maybe they'll have a chance against, I don't know, like a Madeline or something like that. Anyways, man, that's why I tier 4 Quicksilver. I was waiting. Where's my guy? Pietro. I was waiting to see if she was actually gonna be viable before I tier 4'd my next speed guy, and I went with Quicksilver, and I gotta say I'm happy I did, because Yelena is definitely not as good as Quicksilver for PvP. PvE, maybe I should try Quicksilver again, and if you guys want to see that, let me know. But with Bucky getting tier 4, what is it, tomorrow? It'll be interesting to see if he's worthy. Hopefully he is. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.